Hey y'all, welcome to the Inkabyss, where I like to read, rank, and review books. My name is Priscilla Tess, and this review is on Happy Place by Emily Henry. Happy Place is one of those great rom-coms where the lead character's name is Harriet, and Harriet is about to go on her annual beach trip with her best friends from college, and in tow is usually her fiance, Win. However, unbeknownst to her friend group, they have recently split and broken their engagement, but they have not told their friend group. So they decide to take turns, almost like a custody thing. You know, this year Harriet will get to go with on the trip, and then the next year Win will go on the trip. So she's planning on going on this annual friend trip to the beach and tell her friends that her and Win are broken up. When she gets there, however, Win is there, and they go on an adventure on trying to keep it a secret from their friends that they have not broken up their engagement. So the whole story is about, will they be successful in fooling their friends, or will it end up as a fiasco? It is a great rom-com. Emily Henry, who's the author of Happy Place, is the queen of these type of novels. She's also written other than Happy Place, she also has written Beach Read and The People We Meet on Vacation, Book Lovers, and she has a new book coming out in April called Funny Story, which of course I've already pre-ordered and I'm ready to read it. But the reason why I chose Happy Place to do a review on was because in August, my theme for the month on the books that I was deciding to read was anything related to the ocean or vacation. And of course, I had to turn to the queen, which is Emily Henry. Her books they're rom-com, plain and simple, but what's great about them are two things that I think set her apart as a romantic comedy writer, is that there's always some kind of character that you really feel a connection to, or that you can relate to, or you even think like, wow, I've been in that same situation, which I really think is good, and it gives you a little bit more connectivity to the book. The second thing I really love about her rom-com novels is they're easy reads. You can pick it up, put it down, you don't have to invest a lot of brain cells in reading them. But if you decide to dig deep, there are some really great themes there that you can relate to and talk about and get some substance from. So it depends on what you're looking for in a rom-com. Do you want a brainless read? Well, you can do it and it's great. You want a little bit more substance to your rom-com? This is an excellent book choice for you because of the substance that you'll see. So let me go ahead and go into my review. The way in which I read this book, sometimes I do Audible, sometimes I do Kindle, and sometimes I do a physical copy. I read the physical copy this time, and the cover art's great. It's a bright pink book, which is why I'm wearing my pink dress. It's just really beautiful artwork on it, and they all kind of fit the theme with all of her art covers. So if you get the physical book, be sure to check out her artwork because I think it's cool. Not sure if she actually does the art or whoever does the cover. It's great. The reason why I chose this book, other than that it fits the theme of my August book reads, was because I love Emily Henry books. We actually chose this book a few months back in my book club that I'm in here locally, and we did it just because every book we've read has always left us with this feeling of peaceful contentment. Like, it just puts a bow on everything, and it's a really great read. It's a short read, it's about 400 pages, but like I said, it's an easier read, so those 400 pages go by really fast. And this is one of those books that hooks you from like page one. You don't really have to read a couple of chapters to get into it or know what the storyline's gonna be. It's a quick snag on those books. As for ratings, overall rating, definitely give it a 7 out of 10. That's higher for me on a lot of rom-coms. Not that I don't love them, but I do want a little bit more substance in my book, and she delivers on that with Happy Place. The spicy rating, 5 out of 10. There's not a lot of spice. There's like a little bit there, so it's a good safe read. The writing rating is 7 out of 10. Emily Henry does a really great job. She's a great writer. The storyline rating, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. But the reason why is because it is a romantic comedy. There are some things that are spot on, and then there's some things that are a little out of place for me. And I'm gonna go into depth on that on an additional video. So if you like this content, follow up with me, subscribe, because I'm gonna be doing another video where I really dig deep into what things I think worked, or character development, plots, but that video will have spoilers, so if you haven't read the book, or if you really don't mind spoilers, check that video out. As for character development rating, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10, and probably what every reader knows, these rom-coms, the male lead in the book is always just too good to be true, or there's some things that that just seem out of place for me, so I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10, but I think that's why we read these rom-coms. As a woman, that is what draws us, is these idea of a perfect love story with these male characters that don't really ring true. So character development rating, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Like I said, it's a brainless kind of read. It's really quick, it's really easy. You can pick it up and put it down. Not that you'll want to put it down, but you can. And this is something that you can either dig deep and find some really cool, meaningful things in, or nothing and just zip through it. It's great to take on vacations, on your trips, or if you've got a very busy, hectic lifestyle and you need something that you can walk away from and not pick up for several hours, this is a great book for you. Trigger warnings, I do like to give everybody an idea of trigger warnings. That's been one of my biggest things when I'm reading a book. I might love it, but there are some things that are very triggering for me and it ruins the book for me. This one I would not say has any major trigger warnings. There is some light alcohol and marijuana use in it, and there are panic attacks, grief, and depression. The depression and the grief I think are stronger trigger warnings, but still not something that you need to be like, ooh, maybe not for me today. It's a really great uplifting book and I would recommend it to anyone regardless of those triggers. On these little quick ranking videos, I do like to give some of my favorite quotes that I really snagged my attention or resonated with me. And the first one was, "Even when something beautiful breaks, the making of it still matters." And I thought that was a really good way of talking about some of those deeper themes within the book. And it grabbed my attention because it's true, like things break, but how it goes back together or how it happens and the fallout afterwards matters, and it ends up making, most of the time it ends up making something beautiful too. And the second quote is more, probably more just personal to me and where I'm at in my life than maybe the general audience of the book, but this quote I loved. "My best friends taught me a new kind of quiet, the peaceful stillness of knowing one another so well, you don't need to fill the space. And a new kind of loud, noise as a celebration, as the overflow of joy at being alive." I love that. I have a really close group of friends and we do take a summer vacation together almost every year. And so I think of them when I read this book. So I picked that quote because it really did remind me of my friends and made me miss them a lot. So yeah, this is a great rom-com, and I do recommend it to anyone that likes rom-coms, that likes a little bit more substance to their rom-com. It is not spicy, so if you're looking for that spice, not there, you're gonna want to find something different. So that's it for The Happy Place by Emily Henry. My next video will be a deep dive into the book and themes and character development and plot points. So if you liked this video, come back and check out my content because I'll have another video coming your way. Thanks for watching.